look there inside Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Tonight, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Denver Broncos and the Washington Commanders. Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. It's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They're led out by the former number 2 overall pick. That was back in 2015, Marcus Mariota.
And you think back to his days at Oregon, Mike, Heisman Trophy winner, that dynamic dual-threat athlete at the quarterback position. It just seems like ever since that leg injury, he hasn't been able to recapture that old self. But make no mistake about it, this is a veteran, talented quarterback that has his eyes set on not only leading this team today, but leading them to victory.
And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he'll get into the slide here, but he's going to be well short of the first down.
It's 4th down.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
On 4th down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt. The Broncos have Marvin Mims out for the return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. 2nd season now for Bo Nix.
Well, it didn't take long for Bo Nix to establish himself as a bona fide starter in this league, winning the position with the Broncos as a rookie. He has all the intangibles, but really what sticks out the most, Mike, is the amount of starts he made in college. It's kind of similar to Brock Purdy. Very experienced at the college level. Let's see how that carries over here to the NFL level. There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He's going to air this one out. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And they'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Our game here is part of the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration weekend. A remembrance the NFL created a couple years back. What a great job they did. Because no one deserves to be celebrated more than John Madden on Thanksgiving weekend. Of course, Greg and I, all of us at EA Sports, we hope you had a terrific Thursday and you're setting up to settle in for some great football on this very special American holiday. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Trying to connect with the veteran Zach Ertz that time. It's second down. They'll look to throw. That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
11 yards on the pass there. Good for a Commander's first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Samuel has it working the middle. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Brings up second and 4.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
The motion man here is McLaurin. Here's a little pop pass heading to the right.
Commander's first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he maneuvers his way forward. A gain of 6.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
From the 44-yard line, here's second and 4. On the give, Krusty Merritt. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll throw here on third and short. He'll try to run for it. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Let the first down get down. The drive continues.
Another Washington first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. That is sweet. Gain of 16 on back-to-back plays. And another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground.
And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Chris Rodriguez. Touchdown, Washington.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Now Jake Moody for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score. Commanders 7, Broncos nothing.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Broncos offense ready for their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's a gain
18 yards. And a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They get this to about midfield. Frankie Louvu there to make the play defensively.
Louvu on the stop. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That is brought in downfield by Sutton. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. A big-time play for the Broncos. It's a gain of 43 yards. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Here's a design run. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
A 5-yard loss leads
By the
to
time the
2nd
defensive
and
backs
goal.
had come downhill to get involved, we knew there was just no way he was going to get himself out of this. It just shows, Mike, how long he was flailing around back there, that by the time he actually went down, everyone was behind the line of scrimmage chasing him.
From back at the 13-yard line, it is 2nd and goal. Throwing is Nix. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the veteran linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one secured by the tight end Bates. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 10-yard line.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to throw. That's to the rookie out of Virginia Tech, Jalen Lane. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And try to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick six, but he does set up the offense with first and goal.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
The Broncos offense ready to get back at it. And they begin, to say the least, in a tremendous spot. First and goal from the 2. Harvey. This defense backed up. But they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Backed up to the 3. It's second and goal. Back to throw is Nix. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
Throwing here on third and goal. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's fourth and goal.
A loss of 6 yards.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Commanders with the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. On fourth down, the veteran Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos are on the board. It's 7-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
Forced out wide. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
A terrific run there. He's finally taken down at the 25-yard line. They get 22 yards there. First down, Washington.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
The elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up first and goal.
17 more yards.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
They'll run with Krosky Merritt. Oh, making defenders look silly out there on his way into the end zone. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, touchdown Commanders. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
On is Moody to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Commanders extend their advantage to 14-3.
Commanders 14, Broncos 3.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with first and 10. Here's Nix to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing. Nix. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
And he'll be brought down, but not before before they get this all the way up near midfield. A gain of 24 through the air. First down, Broncos.
At the 48-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
They'll go play action with Nix. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Troy Franklin, the intended target. And it'll lead to a second down. To throw is Nix. That's caught by Harvey. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's third down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
He's going to send it downfield looking for Ingram. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force fourth down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The Commanders' offense headed back out, along with the guy who goes by Bill, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. First and 10. Here's a zone read to start the drive. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll decide to keep this once more. The defense not fighting. They stay at home and they tackle him for no gain.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him, and in this case, they're able to hold him to no gain.
Throwing now on third and long. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the third and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
Here's Tress Way now as he's on to punt for the second time. This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain
A
of
pickup
28
there
yards.
of 28 yards.
And the Broncos first down.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day. So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
That is caught, and it's Troy Franklin. And the Broncos are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. That is a gain of 15, and now it's first and goal.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run.
He slams it in there, and he is in. Tyler Bidet, touchdown Denver.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. The kick is good, and the Broncos are back within 4. It is 14-10.
Broncos 10.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Commanders' offense headed back out, along with the guy who goes by Bill, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll air one out. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
So often we see on these deep passes, the defender lose track of the ball in the air. They then tend to panic, and it either leads to a big pass completion or a defensive PI. In this case, he stays in phase. He's able to break the ball up and prevent a big play from happening.
And the ball out of the reach of the receiver falls incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ended up being a wasted down.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. That's swung out to Krosky Merritt, and he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for Washington. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He's got a man downfield, it's Mims. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
That's good.
A big play to kick off this drive. It's a gain of 34.
41-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
He'll get about 2. Frankie Louvu there to make the play defensively.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd down, they need 7. Now Nick's going to look to throw. He takes off. And Nix with the wise move there at the end, sliding to a stop, but he's got the 1st down.
16 yards. And the Broncos 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 18-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. On the give, this is Harvey. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. Third down and 9. They'll look to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's close to the goal line. Won't have the touchdown, but he does pick it up on 3rd down.
That's another Broncos 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. That one, take it in. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos.
Touchdown.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. 1st and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He's got it. Broncos move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14.
Commanders 14.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense headed back out along with the guy who goes by Bill, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. Here comes 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Samuel has it working in the middle. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
Here's 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Has caught. That's Lane. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the second half is about to get underway.
Jake
3
Moody
points,
to
all
kick
that
off.
separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Broncos offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. And he's going to have a Broncos first down. He'll get this up past the 40-yard line.
15 yards on the play. That's good for a Broncos first down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And they'll be forced out of bounds just a couple of yards short of a first down. That's a pickup of 8.
At the 50-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Second and a yard. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
He finds his tight end, Ingram. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 yards on the
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Play action now. It's Nix. Pushed out to his left. He'll tuck it and take off.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
1st and 10 now from the 36. From the shotgun, here's Nix. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down? I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
You find yourself trailing coming out of the halftime break. Your defense is going to start on the field. And, man, what a great way to get this half started. Keep this game within one possession, get the ball back to your offense, and see what they can do.
On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This from an even 50 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos will extend their third quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. they'll motion over Samuel. Now to tap this one forward, the receiver heading left. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Back to throw. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And fortunately for the Commanders, one of their guys able to get back in there and retain possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing now from the gun. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The Broncos offense make their way out to take over once more. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
Broncos 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
It's a gain of 27
That's good
yards.
for 27 and a 1st down.
Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
On 1st down, they'll stick with Harvey. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
They will take this down right to the edge of the red zone, 21. Teron Payne there for the stop.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing is Nix. That's caught left side by Ingram. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
We'll try and set up the tight end screen. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. Left side. That's complete. It's Sutton.
Complete to number 14, Cortland Sutton. A loss of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Broncos will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with 1st down. They motion the slot man left. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Lane. He's got it. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They send a receiver in motion left. They'll run with Krosky Merritt. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
And this is caught on the sideline. Going to have the 1st down. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not. They say the feet were out of bounds. Wow. Big, tight call there. For the moment, it'll be 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
At their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. He'll look underneath for Harvey. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 4. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
We'll go play action with Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
17 yards.
17 yards on that play. Good for a Denver first
It's a
down.
gain of 17 yards.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. 2-possession lead, fourth quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stop it.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Bobby Wagner getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
The best defenders, Mike, they have an ability to impact the game in a lot of different ways. I mean, take this guy. Earlier in the game, he comes up with a big interception. Now he gets sent on a blitz. He comes through for a sack. They better find out exactly where this guy is, both run and pass. He's having himself a great day.
Throwing. Nix. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he pushed it. No good. That is wide to the right. And their lead will stay right where it is.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The Commanders' offense headed back to take over once more. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pass brought in by Samuel. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
They don't waste any time capitalizing on their opponent's mistake, so they miss the field goal, you take the ball back. There's a lot of energy on the sideline. That's a big win for your defense. So what do you got to do? You got to go out there as an offense and get off to a fast start. And that's exactly what they're able to do on that first down play.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
He'll look to throw. Short one there. He's got Ertz. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
14 yards.
14 on the pickup. Good for a Commander's first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
The motion man here is McLaurin. A toss right side, and here's Krosky Merritt. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss. After that play, we have one of the commanders who is down. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Third and long. They'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
So Jake Moody on in this big situation. This to get back to a one-possession game. And this one right down the middle. It's good. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. A first down throw for Nix. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Gain of 17 yards.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Broncos first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Work in the middle, that's Harvey. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that second down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they're in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting third down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back. A gain there of 11. First down, Broncos.
And the Broncos.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
32-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. That one is complete. Now the Commanders will use their third and final timeout to talk things over before third down.
And it's third down.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. Going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's fourth down. Nick's going to throw for it. That's taken in, and he's going to have the first down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on fourth down.
First down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. They'll turn and hand this one off. Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
Frankie Luvu on the stop. It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 8.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it is a win for the visiting Broncos. They proved much the best in this one. They get a solid performance in all three phases of the game and ride that to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night from just outside our nation's capital.